Oh, don't tell me the car's broke. Don't tell me the car's broke. Don't tell me the car's broke. Is the car broke? First of all, you're stupid for letting him convince you in the first place, and you're stupid for getting out the car. Now look at you. I already know. Who writes their name on their underwear? He got that shit on though. Hey you guys, welcome to Kemma's Never Seen It. I'm Kemma, and today the movie we're going to be talking about is Jeepers Creepers. In the spirit of spooky season, Halloween season, I dressed up as Joe from the TV show You. Something I actually have seen, except not the last 2 seasons, but I mean, I think it fits the vibe of like Halloween and scary stuff. Joe from the show You. If you haven't seen it, go watch it, because I watched that at least. And also, if this is your first time here, I basically take movie suggestions of movies I've never seen, which is like every movie ever. I give a quick synopsis of what they're about, and I give my opinion. Will it differ from yours? Probably. But if you've never seen this movie before, I'm putting a big spoiler alert right here because we're about to get into it. Now let's get into what this movie's about based on the DVD cover summary. On a desolate country highway, 2 teens are nearly run off the road by a maniac in a beat-up truck. Later, they spot the driver shoving something down a sewer pipe, and when they stop to investigate, they discover the grisly reality at the bottom of the pipe is far worse than they could ever have suspected. And they are now targets of an evil, far more unspeakable and unstoppable than they could have ever imagined. To jump right into the movie, again, we start off with Derry and Trish. They're brother and sister. They're headed back home from spring break. They're both college students, and they're headed back home to spend time with family for spring break. And they're really just having their normal, like, brother-sister banter back and forth as they're driving. As they're driving, there's this big, like, brown, old-looking truck that's driving crazy behind them, and it's honking at them and kind of swerving a little bit, but eventually they let it pass, or he gets past them, and they notice the license plate says something like, beating you. So that's how they're just like, okay, crazy truck, I guess. Again, the car passes and they just keep driving. But as they keep driving, they see that same license plate in the same truck off on the side of the road next to this abandoned building. And they notice someone taking something out of that truck and throwing it down a sewer pipe. But they have no idea what it is, but they're a little curious. Trish grabs Derry's phone and is trying to call for help. His phone is dead. They're like old phones, and she didn't have a charger port in her car, so they couldn't charge the phone. And then that same truck starts to go after them again and starts crashing into them. Luckily, they didn't break the car. They just messed up the trunk. And then the truck keeps going and they just run off the side of the road. Now Derry wants to investigate and go back and see what's going on like a dumbass. And he basically guilts Trish into doing it, saying like, oh, if it was you back there, wouldn't you want someone to come check on you? Mind you, they could just go and keep driving and try to find someone with a working phone and be like, hey, we saw this, we can lead you to it. At least. Nope, he wants to go investigate for himself. So they drive back down to where that pipe was, and it's next to this old abandoned looking church. It's all boarded up and everything. And then they get down to the pipe and they're looking down. They don't really see anything. It's really dark down there. So Derry has the bright idea to be like, I'm gonna climb in, just hold my ankles and hold my feet. So as he's looking down there, he thinks he hears something. He has his flashlight. He's trying to look all down there. And then some rats come at his face and he starts freaking out, kicking his feet. Trish lets go because again, he's kicking his feet out of her hands, and he slides all the way down and kind of knocks himself out on the ground. He's not out for long, and when he wakes up, he's trying to blame her, talking about, yeah, thanks for holding me, Trish. Rats were coming at me too. But first of all, this is not her fault. She didn't want to come anyway. She didn't even want to get out the car. She did, but she didn't want to get out the car. But now you're going to blame her? Don't get me started. So when he comes back to, he's trying to look around and see what he can find. And he notices those white wrapped things at the bottom. He goes up to one of them and he opens the face, and there's someone in there. They're all blue. Their lips are blue. And he opens up the bottom of them and they're sewn up, like from the belly up, they're sewn up. And then he basically sees this person take their last breath before they pass on. He tells Trish, listen, go out to the road. If you see anybody, call them in here. If you hear me yell, or no, if you see that truck, come and get me. Come and get me quick. And then so she goes out to the road to, try to flag somebody down. And he's still down there kind of looking around, looking at everything. And then he notices there's literal bodies everywhere. everywhere. There's bodies on the walls, there's bodies on the ceiling, and not bones. Like these are like porcelain bodies stuck everywhere. As he's noticing all that, he also sees that there's a door. So I think he's trying to figure out how to get the hell out of there. And then Trish is on the road. She sees that truck come by and she tries to like drive away, but I guess their clutch is messed up after all. So there's something wrong with the car. But the truck doesn't stop at the church. It just drives. And then Derry ends up coming out of the church. He looks petrified. So they start driving again. He's just stuck. He can't say anything. He can barely move. He doesn't even know what's going on. And they decide to stop at a diner so that they can, I think they were going to get gas, but also they wanted to use their phone so they can call for help, try to call the police. They go inside and they're just like, hey, we need you to call the police. You know, we have some stuff to tell them. And the waitress goes to call the police. And then the phone in the diner rings and they pick it up. First of all, why would they pick it up? But whatever. They end up picking up and this woman is talking to them like she knows them. Oh, also something I forgot to mention. Before they go inside the diner, they see that damn truck. And then they're just like, oh my God, the truck is headed back to the church. It's going to know that we were there. We got to hurry up and get inside to call the police. And then that's when they go in and sorry to backtrack. So the woman on the phone is asking him all these things. She's like, did you see the cats? Did you see all the cats? Derry, your shirt is torn and ripped up. Your hand is cut, right? Like this is all what's going on, right? And they're trying to act like they don't know what she's talking about. I don't know what the strategy of that is. Maybe just to get her to talk more or they're just being stupid. I don't know. But she's just like, listen, if you hear this song, you better run.
Okay.
You hear that song, you run.
So again, they get mad at her, hang up the phone, and again, they're just kind of waiting for the police to come. Later, the cops come. Derry tells them everything that he saw. There's bodies, apparently bodies of missing people from years and years and years ago that he saw down there. No one's believing him. And Trish isn't either. So Derry's getting mad because he's just like, you don't believe me? I was down there. I saw all this. Do you think I'm seeing things that hit my head or what? This is what I saw. And then a woman comes in. She's like, hey, there was someone out there by your car. You might want to check it out. Mr. Creepers, the man in question, went out to their car, dug through all their stuff in there, and Derry had some dirty laundry he was going to take back home for his mom to wash. He went in there and smelled all of his clothes. So now he has a scent. Mind you, the woman on the phone says once he gets a scent of you, he will not leave you alone until he gets what he wants. Gotcha. Now the cops are kind of believing them that at least there's something going on. So now Derry and Trish are driving back to the church, leading them back there so they can see what they saw. And while they're driving, they're turning on the radio in the car with Trish and Derry, and that song comes on.
That's the song. They're the words to sing. Listen.
Show, where did you get those eyes?
What's the matter? That's the song. It's the same song that she was playing. That lady on the phone.
And you know what happens when that song comes on? Your boy comes up. So now the cops are dead and gone, and Trish and Derry can't believe what happened because they didn't really see everything happen. They just saw something like fly past their car, and then they end up seeing the man, Mr. Jeepers Creepers himself, and he decides to take the head of one of the cops, the male cop that was driving behind them, and you think he's kissing the head. No, he's ripping the tongue out of that head. Mind you, I don't want to yell. I'm really trying not to yell. But mind you, they watch him do this entire time. First of all, they've already seen what Mr. Creepers looks like, okay? They saw him get out of that car. They saw him stand. They see what he looks like. They see him pick up the head and looks like he's kissing it. First of all, enough. And they see him rip out the tongue. Then they decide to leave. And I can understand being in shock and all this kind of stuff, but y'all have seen a lot within the past couple hours. Y'all come on, go. So they finally drive off. Again, they're still looking for help. They're still looking for cops or somebody. They find this house and it has this older woman who is there. And they're just like, can we please use your phone? We need to call the county sheriff, cops, somebody. And she's like, sure, I'll let you use your phone, but don't tell them my address. Don't tell them anything. Just, find them and go somewhere. And this woman has a bunch of cats. So as the woman is going to go get her phone for them to use, Mr. Jeepers Creepers comes around. Mind you, this woman has probably lived in this house for decades on decades. And then these two random teenagers come by her house and all hell breaks loose. The lights go out. Mr. Creepers flies into the house, kills the woman, and again, there's just cats everywhere. So then Trish and Derry, they also run off because again, they're trying to get away from this monster, but he flies in and gets on top of the car. So when he catches them though, something happens where he tries to like jump over the car as they're about to like drive. And I think he missed something and he falls. So then they like back up and go forward, back and forth a couple of times just to try to basically kill him and then run off. And then they finally drive off. So when they drive off again, they find a police station and they're finally able to call home. Trish is talking to their mom and basically saying that they're okay and trying to detail what's going on. Derry's just kind of standing there and he's also looking at this like poster board of missing people. And honestly, it's probably all the people he saw down in the sewer pipe. But yeah, they're just at the police station, just trying to figure everything out so they can go home. Sorry. And then this woman comes in.
We found all those bodies down in that cellar. I saw them too.
She tells them every 23 days that this thing comes to eat. Now, we don't have to explicitly say eat what. We've already seen some stuff. And she's genuinely trying to explain like what's going on and things that she's seen. I think she's kind of like the psychic of the town, but people all think that she's crazy or she's just like talking mess. So Trish is just like, we don't want to hear from you. Get out of our face. Girl, sit down. This woman's trying to help you and you don't want to hear what she has to say. You have stayed still to watch this man, this monster thing do any and everything this whole time. But this woman's trying to come in here and tell you and help you and you don't want to listen. You don't want to sit and listen. Oh, and then the power goes out, lights go off, phones go dead in the police station. So we already know who's there. But as Mr. Creepers is kind of like walking in there, he's hobbling, I'm guessing because he got ran over a couple times. But we find out how he kind of rejuvenates himself. So apparently he eats certain parts of people to be able to regenerate himself. And then once he gets a scent of you and finds something that he wants from you, he won't leave you alone until he gets that thing from you. So again, he's at the police station and he needs his fix. So he goes down below where there's prisoners that are held there, probably like overnight and things like that. And he eats one. And we also get a glimpse of him. What is he? This is a genuine question. Like, what is he? Is he a moth? Is he a bug? No disrespect. I don't need you to come and smell me. But I just want to know, like, what is this thing? And again, the woman's name, her name is Giselle. She's trying to tell Derry and Trish what's going on, what she's seen, how she can try to get them out of there. Trish, again, is just being like, I don't want to hear this. You're lying, blah, 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 blah. Now's not the time, Trish. Now is not the time. And then the cops hear something on the radio saying, y'all need to get down here. There's something down here. You have to come and get it. So all the cops go down to where the cells are. And Giselle is just like, no, you guys follow me. I'm going to get y'all out of here. Let's go. So she's trying to get them out of there. And she even tries to sacrifice herself because at first, Mr. Jeepers Creepers sees Giselle and goes up to her and smells her, but he doesn't take her. And then he again is trying to look for Trish and Derry and they find a way out, but it's too late. And Mr. Creepers grabs Derry. And Trish even offers herself up. She's just like, you don't want him. You want me. He's no good. Like trying to really negotiate. And it's listening at first, but ultimately he flies away with Derry. And the next morning, Trish is just by herself. She leaves and she's by herself. And just like Giselle predicted, at the end of the movie, we hear screams of horror, screams of torture, and we hear that song playing. Where did you get the gun? And that's the end of the movie. That is the end of this scary movie. So this movie actually got a 46% on Rotten Tomatoes. Here's what I'll say. I think it could be a little higher. I would say that this movie is also so-so, but that's because more than I was scared, I was so like infuriated by the decisions that these people were making. I know it's a scary movie and that's so typical for you to make dumb choices in scary movies. Like, I get that, but like genuinely, like it just irritated me so much how they were just doing all of, first of all, why'd you go back to the church? You didn't have to go back there. You could have kept on driving, okay? Second, you were just, for your fight or flight was to freeze, which really, really sucks. But the moment when someone comes in and tries to help you and, you know, tell you what's going on, you don't want to listen. Like, what are we doing? So for me, the movie was more frustrating than it was scary, but I do understand that there are a lot of people who find this movie to be very, very scary. So let me know what you think. But that's the end of my video, and thank you all so much for coming to watch on this Thursday. If there's something you agree with, disagree with, you want to see how good I did, or you have any movie suggestions for stuff I should watch in the future, please leave a comment down below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, share, comment, tell everybody you know about my channel. Still here, still posting, and as long as it's October, I'm gonna keep dressing up. This was just a little something that I had to throw on, but it's gonna get a little better. Also, don't forget to follow me on social media. Kemma's Never Seen It on Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, and Blue Sky. And then also follow me on Twitter at Kemma's Never Seen. And it wouldn't be a video of mine if I did not express my gratitude and appreciation for you guys tuning in each week to come and watch me. I appreciate you all. I really, really do. It means a lot to me. And if you just got here, I appreciate you watching this video, but I have more back there. So go watch them. But that's it for my video this week, and I will see you back here next Thursday. Bye.